Let's go. This is everything I'm going to be reading in the months of April, May, and June 2026. This is a list of basically continuations of all these series I'm in. For example, I am going to be continuing the Fionavar Tapestry. This is book number 2, The Wandering Fire by Gavriel K. So this is his first series of books. Bit of a portal fantasy where a bunch of people from our world, some students from Toronto in like the year 1980 or whatever, go through to this fantasy world and become very heavily involved. And don't you just love the covers of these? These are by John Howe of Lord of the Rings fame. And there definitely weren't dragons in the first book, were there? Don't think so. That looks pretty cool. I will also be continuing the Serpentwar saga. This is volume 3, Rage of a Demon King by Raymond E. Feist. And as I always say, I think when I read Feist, it's like a breath of fresh air. The pacing, the plotting, he just does writing so well. His pacing is so quick compared to a lot of other writers. He just moves the plot forward, like months pass and he's just on to the next thing. You don't need all this stuff in between. I kind of think I'm leaving it too long between these books. I should probably read the 4th book very soon after this 3rd one. There is another series over here I'm going to mention, but I'm going to leave that till last. You'll have to wait for that one. I am going to be continuing Neal Stephenson's The Baroque Cycle. This is the System of the World, the 3rd and final volume. And I have had mixed feelings about the first 2. I really enjoyed Neal Stephenson, but those first 2, I just felt the plotting, I don't know. The main problem I had with those 2 is just a lack of purpose, a sense of direction. I didn't know why anything was happening. That's a bit of a simplification, but I have high hopes that this can redeem the whole series. I'm continuing my read-through of every Isaac Asimov novel and short story. This is I, Robot. This kind of fits into both categories because this is the 2nd novel he wrote, but it's actually a fix-up of a whole bunch of short stories that he wrote like 10, 15 years before. I think it's a bit cute that they got the spelling wrong in Isaac. How could you do that? And this cover is just classic. What is this? 1950. Yep, that is like peak 1950s sci-fi cover. I've read this before and I don't recall there ever being a giant robot like on the cover of this one. Anyway, that's Isaac Asimov. I will also be continuing my read-through of the Johnny Maxwell series. This is Johnny and the Dead by Terry Pratchett. Enjoyed the first one, looking forward to reading this next one. And I will be continuing my read-through of all the Fighting Fantasies. This is book number 8, Scorpion Swamp. I actually did read this fairly recently, meaning like maybe 3-4 years ago. So I will probably give this one a single try to see if I can complete it. We're trying to remember what happened, see if I can defeat it in one go. I don't like my chances. Funnily enough, I think this is the one where it's by Steve Jackson, who is not the Steve Jackson of the Games Workshop fame. It's like the different Steve Jackson, American Steve Jackson. And I shall be continuing my read-through of the How to Train Your Dragon series. This is book number 9, How to Steal a Dragon's Sword by Cressida Cowell. They are getting thicker. And on to this one. I have been reading through all of the Douglas Adams books, all the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy novels, including that 6th one by Owen Colfer. This is the original radio scripts. If you don't know, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy was a radio drama before it became a book and everything else. And these are the scripts of the first series, I believe. Is that right? Where's the contents? No contents? There's no contents. Oh, no, it is the... Well, there you go. It is the radio scripts for the first 2 series. I haven't listened to any of the subsequent series because they were done much later. I don't think with Douglas Adams' input. Anyway, I have read this many, many, many years ago. I got this as a birthday or a Christmas present when I was like, I don't know, 18. So that's a long time ago. Anyway, there's all sorts of cool background info in this. And then after I finish all that, I am going to be reading The Fires of Heaven by Robert Jordan, Book 5 of The Wheel of Time. Yes, I am finally getting back to The Wheel of Time. I've actually got a half-done video of me reviewing the 3rd season of the TV show and then a review of the 4th book. So I really should get those done before I continue on with the 5th book. But I don't think I'll be able to finish this by the end of June, but I will hopefully make a start at least. And I'm really looking forward to getting back into The Wheel of Time. So yeah, that's everything I'm going to be reading, and I finished 6 Sacred Stones by Matthew Riley this morning, so I get to choose one of these books to start reading tonight. Which one will it be? This is a chunky book. 900 pages, very small type.